Alright guys, so it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but my new project I'm working on is this. Originally was an Anet A2 Plus. It's got the nice 220 by 270 build plate, which is kind of awesome. Be able to print a little bit larger stuff. But I am currently trying to convert it so that it can use the Ender hot end. That way there's more choices for upgrading it. I found a file for Fusion 360. I put the link in there. Whoever created that did a great job on all the pieces. However, once again, these stupid little shower wheels don't work. This T-slot that the Anet uses is pretty much garbage. This is for supporting things, not to have wheels running in it, which is why on our printers we get such crappy prints. I've already purchased a bunch of these wheels thinking that I'd be able to switch over to it, and even after redesigning the X carriage, all it takes is this thing to barely touch the top of the print, or the belt to pull just a little bit too quick, and it pops out of the track because they're T-tracks. This, once again, is not meant to have anything sliding down it. So, I mean, this is what it should look like. So I currently have stolen this one. This will be for the X carriage. Stole that off of my CNC because I'm upgrading that right now. And like I said, I've done several attempts on redesigning it so I can use these wheels. And I had it on these, and the stupid things just pop off so easy. I came back out into my printer in the garage, and it was the X carriage was laying on the bed. It had popped completely off. It was melting itself down through my print. That was lovely. So your choices are literally to use shower wheels, which yeah, that's stupid, or to upgrade and try to use these guys. And doing that, I thought I could just take the original X carriage extruded piece and use it for one of the uprights here for Z, and then I realized that I couldn't get away with using these stupid shower wheels on here. So I've got two more extruded rails that are the V slot instead of a T slot. And eventually I'm going to have to upgrade this guy too and change out this mess under here. So that'll be fun. But that's a project for another day. So far on switching things over, I've got the X carriage around here somewhere. I'm totally organized for this video. Yeah, I bought one of these X carriage pieces for the Ender 3, Ender 5. And I've got the hot end coming. I've printed a shield for it, if it lines up right. There we go. And I was experimenting with tinting my resin. I've got the Soraya Tech blue V2, and I was just seeing how it would turn out if I dropped some red in there. Apparently clear plus red equals pink, and this was with a lot of red in it, and it's still just a whole lot more pink. So this was just, I kept adding resin to it, and I ended up with this. This one I ended up running out of resin as it was printing. So I ended up with this mess here. But I was originally thinking maybe I could cut this off and seal the end of that and only have air come in from one side, because I have a BL Touch, so kind of want to keep that intact because that's pretty awesome. I've printed some other pieces like the little guard that goes over the motor for the X. This will be getting switched out. I gotta buy some longer screws for that. This guy will end up just getting thrown away. Of course, this will get thrown away. Wheels and screws saved. Yeah, so I mean, right now that's where I'm at. This thing's coming off because, once again, without the Anet weird X carriage, it doesn't need to be 1.5 miles away from this stupid bar, and somehow still misaligned. Mine always bound up when it got to the bottom, and this is how Creality did theirs. Just a nice little small piece on there. Yeah, how hard was that? I do have to say, my son has a Anet A2 and Anet learned a lot on that, before making that printer, from all these old ones like the A8. Yeah, I mean, it's just way better. His prints are awesome coming off of that thing. I think he could use a better cooling system on it. If I could find something like this that would work on his, it'd probably be way better. And I'm still trying to figure out how to add a bed leveler to it. And I haven't even figured that out yet. I looked up the BL Touch for that, so if anybody has any ideas for that, that'd be great. You could leave it in the comments. This one I've upgraded to the SKR 1.3, and I've got the 2208s, and one of my heat sinks have fallen off. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave that there or not. I'm thinking about going to dual Z rods, and that means this part will have to be cleared behind here, so I may end up mounting that somewhere else, which means I need longer wires, so that's a whole nother thing too. I've got one of the MOSFET boards. I think that's pretty much it. Put a glass plate on it. I'd put one of the build surfaces that you stick down on the other side of this glass plate, and I couldn't figure out how come the bed was so out of level. Well, believe it or not, when I put this on, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, there you go. You can see the bubbles all over the place. When I put this on, it was completely smooth. There was no bubbles on it. I had checked that as I was putting it down, kept flipping it over. And after using it, and I printed some ABS on it, it bubbled really bad, started curling away from the edges. So eventually I'm going to end up just taking this off and going from there. Oh yeah, something else I did was I insulated the bottom side of my heat bed, which actually helped out quite a bit on this. Oh, and I also soldered my wires directly to the build plate, and well, not the build plate, but the heated bed. And because I came out one time and the printer had halted because it recognized there was a short, or not a short, but an open circuit, and it had cooled off, melted the plug. So I got some nice thick gauge wire there and redid it, and of course put a plug on it, because you know, that's a better idea than not having one. Actually, that's the plug for the control board. But I got another one down over here for the hotbed. So yeah, that took care of that. Also, if somebody knows if the Anet hotbed, if you can use 24 volts on that or not, because with ordering the parts I've done now, I'm really close to being able to use that. So that'd be kind of cool if I could. So if you know if this is a 12 or 24 volt bed, that'd be awesome if you could leave that in the comments too. I've tried doing some searching on that and I can't find any answers. So I think that's pretty much it for right now. I may have to reprint these since it's not really going to be a A2 anymore. Oh yes, and I'm working on tapping these so I can do the blind screws or blind something corners, I think they're called. Yeah, just because it'd be nice not to have all of this cheesiness on it. I mean, once again, what were you thinking? And then not to mention these stupid plates. This is dumb. Yeah, they say it's what, 220 by 270 by 2, I think it was 250, but you only end up with like 249 because of these. Actually, probably not 249, geez. Probably 230, because I think those are probably about 20 millimeters or so. Yeah, so that was kind of crappy. And then also the fact on the Z, or the X, the way that was set up, you don't get the full 220 if you add a BL Touch to it, because it hits on things. I'll be able to do it now. That'll be kind of cool. Alright, well, that's the update for now. Thanks for watching.